Welcome back. We have Tracy Moffett joining us from Royal LePage Westwood. Welcome back to the show, Tracy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Very happy to have you, and we'll get right into it. A couple of segments with Tracy today. First one talking about how to make your house look sort of rich and expensive, but not spending all the money, so when people come in, it looks great.
Exactly. With this market being, you know, as busy it is, you want to capitalize on it. And so I thought I'd share a few tips on how to make your home look expensive without breaking the bank.
Okay, should we get right into the pictures?
Yeah, so if you've got some old dated furniture, get rid of it. If you can't afford to buy new stuff, you can always give it a facelift.
Yes.
Because that will instantly update the ambiance of the space that it's sitting in. And again, make it look like your house is a little bit more updated. Simplify your styling too. If you've got a lot of clutter and a lot of stuff, it's gonna look messy, disorganized. If you have a simplified space, it just shows a lot better. So just get rid of stuff. And I love this one. Purchase some art, like large-scale art. Make it a focal point, whether it's in the entryway right here or in a living room. It looks chic, there's a high impact, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, you know. And if you want, you can get creative and paint your own. So yeah, adding some artwork. Transform your kitchen, your bathroom area with tile. A lot of people forget about the backsplash in a house, and it can make such a huge impact. This is called subway tile, the little white tiles. It's inexpensive. You can play with the grout colors to make a big impact. So adding backsplash or tile.
Freshens it up.
This one I love. I did this in my house, actually. This is called picture framing, where you take little thin strips of molding. You can see it on the plain wall going up the stairs. And you can paint it the same color as a wall, and all of a sudden you've got depth and dimension.
I like that.
And it totally makes your house look sophisticated.
Absolutely.
And
extra molding. That is the key.
Yeah, and it's cheap and easy to do.
Awesome.
This is another fun one, is ceiling medallions. So take a dining room, a bedroom, you can add these medallions to your ceiling. You can leave them white, you can paint them a different color, and again, they're super fun and they make a little bit of an impact.
Yeah, it's that nice texture. Now, I've not seen these before. They're called ceiling medallions.
Yeah, ceiling medallions. So you can find them at your local home improvement store. Lighting stores, you know, would probably carry them, and they're super fun.
Yeah, they are. I like them.
And then, of course, don't forget about the outside and the entrance. So if you don't have the funds to redo the outside of your house, just your landscaping, your front door, adding a pop of color makes a big difference, because of course, first impressions.
Yep, that nice bright red pop of the door and a little bit of flower, it adds that little bit of something.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Great tips. It's a hot market out there right now, so you want to, of course, make your house look as good as you can, get the top dollar for it. Tracy's going to stick around for another segment. We'll be back after a quick break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Tracy Moffett joining us for a second segment today. We're talking about expanding your real estate portfolio. A lot of people will buy an investment property. Some people make a career out of it and do very well.
Exactly.
A lot of stress involved and a lot of learning curve involved in that. I've been to a couple of workshops that tell you about the ins and outs, but it's never wrong to take a look at it. Yeah,
just share some basic tips on how to get into the game and what you want to do. You want to spend at least 3 to 6 months researching the topic, because there's a lot to know. So the first thing that you want to figure out is, what type of real estate property do you want to get into? Do you want to get into a house with a suite, maybe a duplex, commercial property, apartment building? What type of real estate investment? So you got to figure out what avenue you want to go down to. First.
We've got some pictures. Let's start here. Or is this the first one? It might not be.
This is, yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. Perfect.
So again, flipping houses. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind here.
No.
Do you want to flip a house? So that's another investment, opportunity that you could go down to.
But a lot of time invested in that as well, right?
Again, apartments. Do you want to take on an apartment complex, deal with multiple tenants, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
And commercial, you know, getting into commercial buildings, tenants, often they're long-term, they're 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you know, a little bit less hassle with commercial.
Sure.
And then, of course, you know, how do you get into this when you don't have a down payment?
Right.
A lot of people are like, they love the idea. What can they do? Consider like purchasing a house or maybe a duplex where you only have to put 5% down. You live in it, you collect the rent from the other side, and in the meantime, you put a little bit of cash away to be able to give you a down payment to purchase your second property.
Right.
So that's a little tip on how to save up for down payment.
Right.
When you do purchase your rental property, choose in a neighborhood that's in a slightly lower income neighborhood. There tends to be a lot of rentals.
Right.
So you know, it's easier to rent out as opposed to people that are living in higher income neighborhoods. They tend to be homeowners.
Right.
So choosing the lower income neighborhoods, of course, is lower purchase prices too.
Yeah.
So the other thing you want to have, who doesn't want to have lots of money, but you want to make sure that you have the extra cash flow too. So in case you want to hold out, say a month or two for a qualified tenant, if your property is vacant for a month or two, you want to make sure that you can cover your expenses and of course any repairs and improvements needed.
Right.
Last minute tips, again, like I said, you want to spend about 3 to 6 months researching this. Make sure when you purchase properties, you're purchasing them in good shapes. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time and money on renovations before you can get out there and get it rented.
And the big thing is that I think you have to have a small nest egg put away, like you said, because things come up with investment properties you have to be prepared to pay for.
Exactly, and the younger you can
Incidentals.
start too, the better off. It's a long-term investment. It's you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So the younger you are, the better off you'll be.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Tracy, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions for Tracy, if you're looking at listing, it's a hot market right now, of course, being spring, but in general, a hot market in Kamloops. Information on the screen, tracymoffett.com, phone number as well, 374-1461. We are back after a quick break. Stay with us.